right, so we're going to talk about how to make fermented pickles. So what I have here is a bunch of these little pickles that I have cut up into slices so I can get more in the jar. And by the way, if you want to share this with your friends, swipe from left to right on those who are joining from Periscope. So I'm going to throw a bunch of these pickles. I run away. A runaway pickle. Okay, so I have one of these fermenting jars. This is my favorite kind of jar. This is a Fido jar. You can buy jars like this from Costco or Amazon. Also, IKEA carries these types of jars that have these little bladders on them that help release pressure when things ferment. So I'm going to start off with obviously the cucumbers, which is what is the key ingredient, right, to make pickles. So now one of the keys that I learned that's a really cool trick is that you can use some things to add tannins into your pickles to keep it crunchy. So I actually happen to have a garden, and we have a grape plant that keeps growing back. So I'm going to put this grape leaf into my jar, which will help keep the pickles crunchy, which was such a cool concept. So I'm going to continue to put these pickles in, and I'm about halfway down here, and I'm going to add some starter culture. This is a really easy way to ferment. This is Body Ecology Starter Culture, and I'll put some information to it online so you guys can find it. And so this is 1.5 quarts, and you need about 1/2 teaspoon for every quart. So I'm going to take my little starter culture with my little 1/2 teaspoon, and I'm going to put about, let's see, 1/2 teaspoon and about a 1/4 of a teaspoon in here to give it a good starter. This is all it really takes to get a good ferment. However, I love to make sauerkraut, and I have lots of sauerkraut in the house. So I'm going to put a little bit of extra sauerkraut in here to just give it a little more flavor as well, and it helps it ferment. So just a bit of sauerkraut juice from my sauerkraut container. Okay, and then I am going to put garlic. So this size jar is good for about 8 cloves of garlic. My hands are going to smell real good after this. So I'm going to put those right in the middle, kind of shake them in, and then put the rest of my cucumbers in. I need about 1.5 inches from the top. Sorry, throwing cucumbers here. I need about 1.5 inches from the top so I can make sure that they stay below the brine, which is the water here. So that's about 1.5 inches from the top. I have filtered water here on my tap, so I'm just going to fill it up with water. Sorry guys, off camera here. Fill the rest with water, and then something that's crazy is that I could not get any fresh dill this week at the store. It just is not to be found. So I'm going to ferment using dill essential oil, which I'm really excited about because I made burgers the other day with dill oil in them, and they were amazing. So I'm going to be brave, and I'm going to put 2, that might have been 3 drops of dill oil in there. Oh my God, it smells so good. It smells like pickles already. And I'm just going to shake it up a bit to get the oil and the starter culture and the grape leaf and the garlic all in there together, like so. And then I have a super cool trick to keep it below the brine. It looks like it's probably going to stay close to below. I probably could add a little bit more water, but I have these things called Pickles Pebbles that I got on Amazon. They're so cool. They are little glass discs that are weights for fermenting. So I'm going to stick some pickle pebbles on top, and then I will come back, and if you can see here, I just stuck them right on top, and it holds the pickles down into the brine here. Don't have any escape artists. And we need about 1 inch of air at the top. So I'm going to leave some air right at the top. And in about 4 to 7 days, I'll taste them throughout. In about 4 to 7 days, I'm going to have amazing homemade pickles, which I'm super excited about. So that's how easy it is to make homemade pickles with all good ingredients.